stepmother was calling his father, the boy quietly reached out his hands from behind and imitated his father's movements to wander around his body. The woman thought he was just a child and didn't care. Unexpectedly, this made the boy even worse, and he hid on the roof and peeped in the dead of night. Fortunately, the woman happened to find the hole above and realized that something was wrong. She hurried to the attic to check, but found that the small hole was shining on her bed. Needless to say, this must be the boy's doing. She immediately found the other party to question him, but the boy behaved very calmly and generously admitted that he liked his stepmother's hot body. He even peeked at his biological mother. This made the stepmother realize that something was wrong instantly. Perhaps the accidental death of the predecessor was caused by this boy. The boy was doing something tricky, so the woman began to ask him indirectly, trying to induce the boy to tell the truth. But the other party took advantage of the situation and asked the stepmother to fulfill his long-cherished wish. Seeing that his stepmother asked about the death of his biological mother, the boy calmly said that if he wanted to know the truth, he had to take off a piece of clothing in exchange for his answer. The woman had no choice but to do it. As the clothes were taken off one by one, the boy kept his promise and told the truth. It turned out that he was discovered by his mother when he was peeping, and in order to prevent the other party from leaking it, he deliberately drowned his mother in the pool, and the hole in the roof was also made by him. For 2.5 years, he has been observing his stepmother every night. Hearing this, the woman was completely crazy. Without saying a word, she picked up her clothes, turned around and left. Then went to her husband's office and told him all the boy's crimes. But her husband didn't believe her, so she had no choice but to take him to the attic and show him the hole she had dug. Unexpectedly, after opening it, the bottom had already been repaired. Although the woman tried her best to explain, she was still regarded as unreasonable by her husband. Seeing that her husband gradually ignored her, the woman instantly realized that she could no longer sit and wait for death. So she sneaked into the boy's room that night and took advantage of his unpreparedness to cover his head tightly. But just when the boy was about to lose consciousness, her husband heard the sound and rushed over to stop her. Looking at his obviously mentally ill wife, the husband had no choice but to send her to a mental hospital. Although the woman pretended to receive treatment, she was thinking about revenge all the time. Fortunately, after 1.5 years, the woman was finally judged to be cured and successfully escaped from the mental hospital. But this time, she seemed to be a different person. Not only did she become very close to the boy, she even promised that he could do whatever he wanted in the future. This scene instantly made the boy happy. Seeing that his stepmother was completely under his control, the boy told the conspiracy he had planned for a long time, claiming that he would create an accident to kill his father so that he could live with his stepmother forever. The woman felt creepy after hearing this and didn't want to stay with the boy for a moment, so she took the dog food from the boy with a smile when the car drove over. The toy was then thrown into the street. Seeing that his beloved pet was about to be killed, the boy subconsciously rushed over to stop it, but he crashed into a speeding car and fell to the ground and died on the spot. He went to the Northwest, ending his evil life. The woman finally got rid of her inner fear. The film ends here. Goodbye.